Homosexuality. Many different theories have been put forth regarding the origins of homosexuality.
The current debate is whether or not homosexuality is a result of environmental or biological factors, or simply a choice and way of life.
Social psychologists argue that an individual's upbringing and the role of parental and family dynamics are at the root of a person's sexual orientation. Other theories propose homosexuality is caused by a subconscious hatred of women. Biologists claim that maternal hormones have an effect on a male's sexual orientation already in utero. It has been suggested that if the prenatal hormonal environment of the womb does not provide the fetus with certain levels of testosterone, the brain may not masculinize completely. Some say that homosexuality is an error or freak of nature. David M. Halperin. Geneticists link sexual orientation with certain DNA markers. Epigenetic theories believe, as usual, that an alteration in gene expressions plays a role in the development of homosexuality. In 2016, Ray Blanchard, professor of psychiatry at the University of Toronto, conjectured the fraternal birth order effect theory, proposed that the more older brothers a man has, the more likely he is to be gay. PNAS, December 19, 2017. This hypothesis does, however, not explain why there are firstborn sons that are homosexual, or why women are gay. Until 1973, the American Psychiatric Association classified homosexuality as a mental disorder. The fact that homosexuality exists across cultures and even throughout the animal kingdom strongly suggests that other factors are at play.
With GNM, we have for the first time a science that explains homosexuality from the perspective of biological conflicts, taking into account the role of the brain that controls human behavior, including sexual behavior. Dr. Hamer. In nature, everything has its sense and purpose, including homosexuality.
Male homosexuality. Male homosexuality is brought on by a male territorial conflict, particularly when the conflict occurred at an early age. A territorial loss conflict, for example, could have been experienced through the loss of a parent, divorce, death, including the emotional loss of a parent because of arguments or abuse.
Studies have shown that, compared to heterosexual men, as a child, homosexual men experienced higher levels of distress in relation to being separated from a parental figure. Scientific American. April 25, 2017. A territorial loss conflict might have already happened in utero. A fetus can also suffer the conflict with or on behalf of the mother, with a maturity stop. Specifically, when the second conflict occurs before puberty, a male never develops a sexual attraction to females. Most male adolescents go through a homoerotic period where they explore their sexuality. Homosexual men never pass that phase. The maturity stop also reveals why gay men usually look boyish, even when they get older. The promiscuous gay man is in a Casanova constellation.
If the male is right-handed, the territorial conflict impacts in the right temporal lobe. If he is left-handed, in the left temporal lobe. The second conflict, causing the maturity stop, registers in the opposite brain hemisphere.
There are two types of male homosexuals. The homosexual who is soft, effeminate in his appearance and behavior and more or less depressed, quiet, relaxed, and the homosexual who is masculine-looking, manly in his demeanor, and manic, energetic, active. He is the one that plays the male role in the relationship, with a dominance of the first conflict. The right-handed male is the feminine type and the left-handed male the masculine type. If the second conflict is prominent, it is the other way around.
Female homosexuality. If the female is right-handed, the first conflict impacts in the left temporal lobe. If she is left-handed, in the right temporal lobe. The second conflict, causing the maturity stop, registers in the opposite brain hemisphere.
There are two types of female homosexuals. The lesbian who appears and acts masculine and is more or less manic, energetic, and the feminine lesbian who tends to be depressed, relaxed. She is the one that plays the female role in the relationship, with a dominance of the first conflict. The right-handed female is the masculine type and the left-handed female the feminine type. If the second conflict is prominent, it is the other way around.
Note: according to Dr. Hamer's research, in the majority of cases, male and female homosexuals are in a post-mortal constellation. See also Casanova constellation and Nympho constellation. Bisexuality.
Bisexuality, a sexual attraction to both men and women, is an indication that the related conflicts have been temporarily resolved.